Hi everybody, this is Love of Truth Tarot. We're going to get into another collective reading. I just wanted to have like a clear white background for this reading. Alright. We're doing another collective. I think I just said that. Another collective reading, and we're going to start pulling. I've some other cards here, but it doesn't matter. Whatever Spirit tells me to do, that's what I do. So, angels, guides, ancestors of the highest white light, what does the collective need to hear right now? And these readings are timeless, just so you know. So you can listen to this at any time. It's going to resonate. Oh, card fell down. Okay. Now, for some reason, it was telling me not to pick this card. You know what? I'm going to shuffle again here because I wasn't really concentrated. Okay. Angels, guides, ancestors of the highest white light. Wow. 2 of Cups. Okay. So, what you need to hear right now is, I'm getting, well, right off the bat, what I'm seeing is a relationship, a bond with somebody that's probably either very strong right now, or there's a focus on, or a need to focus on a relationship that you have with someone. I'm getting that it is a romantic relationship. It can be something different, so let's just keep that in mind. It can always be a friendship because not everybody is with somebody. Okay, we also have the Page of Wands. I'm getting that this relationship that you have with this person is a very fun one, is a very light, and I want to say lighthearted, but it's more a light but enthusiastic, a fiery, exciting relationship. Okay, what else? Okay, we also have the 4 of Wands, but it's reversed. There might... Now, the reason why it's reversed is probably because there is some sort of, I'm picking up that sometimes you might not feel supported, okay? And that's just what I'm picking up. This is the Love of Truth here. So, yeah, sometimes you might not feel supported. I think there's times where you feel completely free with this person. You feel like you can really let loose. Your bond is very strong, that's for sure. It's very strong. So it's not that that's not there, but I think there's times where maybe you feel as though, or you view it as that you're not either supported, or maybe you don't feel as though the person that you're in a bond with, I'm getting also maybe that doesn't understand or doesn't come through the way maybe that you are used to, or the way that it would expect them to. That's what I'm getting intuitively. We also have the High Priestess reversed. So there's something also... Okay, what I'm getting is with this, that you're just not seeing something with the way that they do support you. Okay, so so they do support you in the best way that they know how, but it's a fact that it's not that they don't. It's just a matter of you're not able to see right now, or haven't been able to see have this inner knowing of how they support you, because maybe they're a different type of person than you, okay? Maybe, well, everybody's different, right? So the way that they go about doing things probably confuses you. This is what I'm picking up. Okay, what else does the collective need to hear about this situation? Okay. Yeah, Ace of Cups. There is a lot of love here, okay? So it's not like there isn't support. There is support. There's a lot of support. It's just a matter of not seeing how that support is coming through. But this love, the Ace of Cups in the Rider-Waite deck is the cup that's overflowing with emotion. So there's a lot of emotion here. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of care. A lot of, I don't know why I just heard this, but a lot of pain too. Because, okay, yes, there's love here. There's support. Okay, I'm just going to overlap these a little bit so we can fit the other one in here. And I'm not saying, there might be pain between you two as well sometimes. But I'm getting that there's just a lot of pain coming from both of you. You've been through a lot, I'm hearing. And also there's a lot of emotions just in general with both of you. You might be a water sign. They might also be a water sign, one or the other. You might have a lot of water in your chart or vice versa. Or you just embody that energy. Oh boy. Okay. So 7 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah. So sometimes it feels like, okay, I'm getting also, like I'm getting a lot of things, that it's like you put the work in and, you know, things seem like they're growing. Seems like things are going really well. And then sometimes it also at times seems like things are going backwards, or I'm also noticing the roots, like the dark stuff is more highlighted sometimes, or the focus can be lost in the dark, if that makes sense. Because especially with the High Priestess reversed, and then knowing this and then seeing this depiction, it's kind of telling me that there's a lot of things that go unseen, like the beauty of it, or what is really coming out of it, like what is really there. Okay, how do I say this? Like the growth, the real growth that's right there is hard to be seen. It's because the High Priestess reverse is not really tapping. I mean, it might be hard to tap into your intuition, or like the intuition that would, about this relationship or about this bond. Okay. Yeah, okay. We also have 2 of Pentacles. So what this is telling me also is that it can sometimes feel like you go back and forth, or you feel like you're trying to find balance in this relationship. And I think for the most part that there is, but there are times where it feels like you're both juggling things in your own lives, and you're also sometimes feeling like it's hard to, I hate to say it, but realize, like, do I want to keep going through this with this person? Again, this is just what I'm picking up, okay? So, but it's a back and forth thing, so it almost like drives you crazy in a sense. Let's see, what else do we have, Spirit, for this situation? Okay. So this flipped a lot. When it came out, it like did flips. So this is also a sign, because the 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. So this being reversed, now since it was flipping, All right, let me talk about the flipping first. It's again, it's like one time it's up, one time it's down. You know, one time you feel like, oh, yeah, this is everything I ever wanted. And then there's other times where you feel like everything's going to shit. And I hate to say it like that, but at the same time, again, this is the truth. So it's like, sometimes it can be overwhelming. It can get to that point. Yeah. We have Four of Swords. Yep. Sometimes you just feel like you're so burnt out from heartache from this situation, but I'm not getting, okay, I'm getting that these energies can come from many different places. Again, there's something that you're not able to see, or there's something that you're not seeing. The High Priestess reversed over there. Trying to focus on that heart here, because see how there's a heart and then there's the string is connected to the heart, and then it's coming out of the heart and going all the way around her. Well, not all the way, but like kind of around her a little bit. It's intertwined with the nest that she's in. Wow, I see like some crazy looking face on here too. I don't know if you guys can see that. I see like, it looks like a skull, like screaming or something. And I don't think that was intentional, but I'm seeing it. Wow. Okay. So maybe that's also a sign too, is like maybe you feel like at times it's unbearable. It's really hard to deal with things. It's not always easy. It's not always clear to see. It's not always, you know, butterflies and rainbows. It's not always like cute and perfect. You know, I think the Nine of Cups reverse also is saying that it's not like, okay, it's more realistic than what you would, you know, like your ideal situation. And I don't mean to say it like, you know, how do I say this? You know how we have this picture in our mind of what the perfect relationship would look like, or the perfect friendship or relationship of any sorts would look like, right? But really, it's nothing. The real relationships that are going to change us, that are going to help us transform, that are going to really, you know, the people that are really going to be there for us and be honest with us and help us in ways that we couldn't even imagine, it's not going to really look like what you have pictured. This is what I'm getting. That's why the Nine of Cups is reversed. So the things that transform us, they're not always going to be labeled as, you know, wish fulfilled, even though at the end, and I don't know, we can interpret the end as something different. Everybody can. But at the end, it's like, wow, when I said the end, I pulled the Death card. What do you know? Death and rebirth. But I have a card before that. But you're going to realize at the end that all in all, it's like, oh, okay, this person actually is good for me. This person actually showed me things that I didn't want to see. You know, because we have these conceptions that, you know, like I said, this idealistic look sometimes, outlook on like what the perfect relationship would look like, what the perfect person would be like or look like for us. But, and I was saying this in my last reading, it was more, you know, a generalized message, but that Spirit's going to do what Spirit's going to do for us. And sometimes we think we know what's best, but actually Spirit knows better than us what is best for us. So when we do ask for our wish fulfilled, it's not to say that you won't get your wish fulfilled, but I just think it's looking different than what you thought it would look like. Because we still have the Ace of Cups, we have the Two of Cups. You know? And that right there is major, I think. So, and you know, there's a lot of balance there because the Two of Pentacles and we have the Two of Cups. So it's like, yeah, there's a lot to say about this, but it's like, you're getting both sides. You're not just seeing the light of this. And it's funny because this is the Light Seers Tarot deck. You're not just getting the light from this person. You're getting the dark too. And that depicts that with this card as well. The Seven of Pentacles reversed. See how it's like half and half? You can see not only what's being grown and what's being nurtured, but you can see the dark. You can see the roots. And that's really where the treasure is. That's what I'm hearing too. So you might think that the light, you know, is what we need. And that's, yes, that's true. But it's not only what we need, okay? We do need to look at the dark. We need to look at the things that are uncomfortable. And it helps. Why? Because I am also getting this person is reflecting back to you these negative things maybe within yourself, and you're not liking what you see, and maybe you're not realizing, again, with the High Priestess reverse, you know, these things that get reflected back. A lot of the time, we don't want to see these things, and that's understandable, you know? It makes sense. We don't always want to see these unpretty things, these ugly things about ourselves and about them too. And most of the time we're going to point out the things about the other person than looking within, and that's just kind of how things happen naturally, right? It's not, I don't get that this is intentional. This is just the way that things are sometimes. Way human nature is. There's like a lot of pointing of fingers and like, you're like this, you do this wrong, or, you know, I don't like this, or I don't like the way that you, like the way that you make me feel when you do this, or, and that's okay. Like, we need to speak up and say things like that, but we also need to focus on both things, not just the dark, but also not just the light. But this is like, it's, wow, this is like powerful. This is a powerful message because it's like saying there's both things going on here, and that is not always the case with every relationship. So when you have that, I'm hearing also that that's a gift to have with this person, even though there might be a lot of challenging times. You have the stamina to overcome that with the Page of Wands, I'm hearing. You both have a lot of like that energy, like that bring it on energy. Even if it doesn't seem like it sometimes. Because, you know, Four of Swords, it can really affect you. I think you're both very sensitive to certain things, again with the watery energy, and then the High Priestess is like, there's a lot of psychic watery energy. And I mean, we have the Nine of Cups, we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Two of Cups. You know, we do have fire here. Well, we have everything. Let's see, wait, we have earth, we have fire, we have water. Yeah, we have air too. Okay. Yeah, it's like with the Four of Swords, it's like sometimes you do need to retreat. Sometimes you do need to take time away from each other, regroup, recoup, come back to center, come back to self, maybe meditate. You know, maybe you're overwhelmed or burnt out from, each other, or yeah, just the energies that you both have. I'm hearing also that you're both very powerful in your own ways, and you have to like take a break from each other sometimes because of that. And I think that's good too. And again, that's part of balance, right? And it can be very tough sometimes, and you might question things sometimes. Okay. But we have the Four of Pentacles as well. That was the other card that popped out. Sorry for the major reflections here. That might be a sign too. See how it's like blurring out her face? Almost as if it's not there. I take everything as a sign. That's interesting. Trying to figure out what this means here, but the face is what we see, you know, when we're communicating with each other. And sometimes, okay, this is again, it's related to the High Priestess reversed. That there are things that go unseen when it comes to this other person. But I'm also getting with the Four of Pentacles that it's like you're both like really holding on to each other though. So even though there is, okay, this is the message, that even though you don't see everything about this person and vice versa, they don't see everything about you, you're still holding on to each other. Wow. This is getting emotional, you guys. Holy crap. It's beautiful, you know, that you, no matter what, even though, yeah, there's things that aren't apparent to each other, about each other, you're still holding on. You're still, you don't let go. Because that card is all about holding on to, it could be possessions, it could be people, which this is what I'm picking up. It could be anything. It could be ideas, but it's definitely pointing towards people because that's what this whole reading is about. Wow. So through the ups and downs, through all this chaos sometimes where you might think you know something about the person, you really don't, you do have this inner knowing, because the High Priestess is here. I don't care what, you know, cards pop out, if they're reversed or not, there's still that energy of the card. So there is this knowing, it's just a matter of tapping into it. And like, okay, I'm getting, there is this duality of it. Like, okay, there are times that you do not see, you do not know, you do not have that, the inner knowing is not prominent. It's not accessible, if that makes sense. But at the same time, you do have a faith, you do have a trust in the universe, in the Most High. And I just keep seeing like her like clutching onto her clutch, purse, whatever you want to call it. And that's what she's, you know, that's the focus. That's what I'm hearing too with you and this person, okay? And then we also have death and rebirth. And like I was saying, you know, there is a light side, a dark side. So we would probably say the death would look like the darkness and the rebirth would look like the light. And it's interesting that's right under this card, where again I was talking about in the roots area it's dark, but then it's obviously it's light up here where there's growth. That growth can't happen, right, unless the roots are watered. And we have the Ace of Cups, and like I was saying, we have the cups here. 2 of Cups we started with. We have the 9 of Cups in here, the Ace of Cups. So it's like, it's got to be watered And it is. And it is. And I'm hearing also there are many deaths and rebirths in this relationship. All right. We're going to get some oracle cards too. Yeah, there's like cycles within this relationship. You might feel like sometimes you're dying. I hate to say that too, but like it happens sometimes, and it's not like it really is that way, but it feels like that sometimes. And then, but yet is a rebirth. There's a new beginning. It's like, and you realize that because you realize that because you held on, but you also hold on because you've seen that before. You've seen the rebirth happen. Does that make sense? Funny how I said that. You've seen the rebirth happen, and then her face is more visible. So it's like saying, you see this person more and more every time there is a mini death, a mini rebirth. It's like there's more and more revealed about this person, and you're learning each other. You're learning about each other. And that's growth right there too. Okay. So, an interesting discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. So, how I was saying, you keep seeing more and more. You're discovering the truth. And I'm getting also that maybe other people have told you to go the other way. And you're like, no, I'm going to go this way because, I'm feeling in my gut that this is the right way. I'm going to discover for myself. I'm going to discover the truth about myself, about this person, this relationship, all on my own. Okay. This also popped out. We have wise leader. You are a beacon for others. I feel like, okay, this is two things. This is you are teaching each other and leading each other in certain ways, okay, with your own light, and they're both going in the same direction, maybe this is this person and this is you, or vice versa. And you're ending up, going in the same direction because you're both following your own truth, your own light. Wow. Okay, and there's another thing is that because you're doing this and you're following your own heart and your own intuition, and even though it's tough sometimes and you feel like you're in darkness, you're also teaching others, okay, just in general, listen to your own heart. Okay, here we go. Another card. Just by you both choosing each other, you're listening to your heart. Other people are seeing that, like, oh, wow. They're not listening to us, or they're not listening to other people. They're listening to themselves. And a lot of the time, people are listening to everybody else and what they say, So they're seeing, wow, these people are doing their own thing. Maybe we should do our own thing too. So you're encouraging others. You're allowing others to choose for themselves. And we also have view from above. Get the big picture. I think I'm going to just move these. Oops. I hate when I mess them up. I'm a Virgo, so, that happens here in this channel. Even though it's not a Virgo channel. But, yeah. All right, let's just do this. All right, so, yeah. View from above, get the big picture. All right, so I think you both you do have this ability, but I think that there's more of a need of this than anything. You're a lot of the times, again, everything's not seen in this relationship right away. It's like a process for things to be seen, and you have to elevate, you have to, again, view from above, right? So you have to get a higher perspective in order to truly get a big picture of what's going on here, and whatever that may be in your relationship. Okay, I'm going to pull some other cards. And then, and I went longer than I thought. It always seems to happen like that. Alright, we're pulling from Archangel Michael, Sword of Light cards. What else do we have here? For the collective, Archangel Michael, angels, ancestors, and guides from the highest white light. We got this last time. Okay. Be the real you. Yeah, be who you are. And I think you are. I think both of you are. There's just like a extra emphasis on that, you know. The greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. You know, like I was getting, because that's right on that discovering truth card. Again, you know, finding your own way. Don't let others steer you in another direction when you feel like your heart is guiding you in another direction, which I feel, again, you and this person are going in the same direction. Okay, but we also, I'm getting another message. I'm getting so many messages. Like, see how I was saying, okay, they're both looking this way. Now, the other guy over here and her. And I was saying that you guys, that's probably what you guys, you know, representing you and this other person, regardless of gender. But this one, she's looking this way. This could represent other people, but I'm getting that this represents both of you. Looking the other way sometimes just to make sure, like, okay, you know, considering both sides, because again, we're considering the dark, we're considering the light, and we're realizing, okay, there's two sides to everything. There's your way, my way, there's the dark, there's the light, there's this death, there's this rebirth, there's a balance, there's, you know, it's kind of like saying, you know, make sure that you're not being too stuck in one way, if that makes sense. Like, even though you're following your own heart, and this person is too, it's like you still have to look around once in a while, right? To really get the whole picture and kind of like do a double take of making sure this is really where you want to go. But I think that you ultimately, it is where you want to go, but it's just getting that message too. Like, and I think this is what you guys do naturally. Like, you're not going to just go with this person anywhere to the ends of the earth just because. Like, you're doing it because you want to. Okay, wow. This is interesting, you guys. Wow. You guys, I got these two in the last reading. This is so crazy. And then I was talking about 33. We're at 33. We were just at like 33, 30 something. 33, 36 when I looked at it. Okay, so yeah, that number keeps popping up, that's for sure. So we also have trust the guidance you're receiving. Archangel Uriel has blessed you with a brilliant epiphany. I am also present to clear away your worries so you can trust your divine guidance. So this is divinely guided, this relationship. That's what that's telling me. Yeah, and then clearing away your worries, like I was saying with the dark stuff, you know. This is the Sword of Light oracle. So the Sword of Light is going to X out whatever is dark, whatever is hidden, whatever is not seen. Okay, that is very powerful too. We also have your loved ones are safe. Let go of your fear and worry for your loved ones. I am looking after them. Wow. And what are we talking about? Your loved one. you know? So this person that is dear to you, it's strongly saying that the angels, specifically Archangel Michael and Uriel, are watching over your, you guys, your relationship. And again, let go of worries, right? Clear away your worries. Let go of your fear and worry for your loved ones. I'm looking after them. So, wow. So I just keep getting, you're protected, highly protected, guided by your angels, by your spirit team, the Most High. So any worries that you have in your own self, any worries you have for each other, basically there's a message to let go of those. Wow. Beautiful. So that you can be the real you. You both can be who you truly are. Especially with each other. That's beautiful. Okay, so I'm hearing clearing the way. I don't know. I just clairaudently heard that. So also your angels are clearing the way for something. I'm hearing it's a surprise, kind of like the last reading I was saying, that there's a surprise, or there's, because, that's what Spirit does. Spirit likes to surprise us and doesn't tell us things. But that's okay. I think it's beautiful because we think we want to know everything, but we really don't. I think we want the element of surprise. Otherwise, we wouldn't have, Spirit wouldn't be doing that for us. And I think Spirit knows what we really ultimately want. So I'm hearing clearing the way for you and your surprise to come. Wow. Okay. That is beautiful. Thank you guys for watching. Greatly appreciate anybody that's liked and subscribed, commented, anything, shared. And I will talk to you guys later.